Second thing we're going to cover here today about how to create bundles to scale your business is vertical integration. Now, this is an extremely important business principle. And really what this is understanding when somebody buys one product, what are other products they're likely to buy? Now, great examples of vertical integration can be done with single brands or with retailers. Now, for instance, with retailers, you'll often see commonly sold together items sold right next to each other on the shelf. Hot dogs next to the buns, right? Charcoal next to the beer. That's not an accident. You'll also see this happen a lot on Amazon. When you buy a product, if you ever notice they say, hey, people to buy this product are also very likely to buy these other ones. Now, the reason those products are all sold together, or the people likely buy them together, is because of the vertical integration of these products. So for instance, if I'm selling this pen, I could try to sell you this pen over and over again, or I could sell you a bundle of this pen, or I could sell you this pen, some pad of paper, maybe a case to bring it in. Now maybe you're interested in the pen, maybe. Maybe you're interested in the pen and kind of getting, your way to getting multiples of it in a bundle. But if I give you the pen plus branded paper and a notebook to come together with it and all sorts of other stuff, now you're like, okay, you're solving multiple problems. I need one product to use the other product, and I'm starting to put all of these things together. And now I'm spending more money. I've got more products of yours in my home, and I'm using your products more often. And I'm creating emotional connections and psychological triggers around your branding. Now, what's really important with vertical integration is that this is the primary thing that takes something from a product with a marketing team to a business. Very few businesses rely on a single product sold one time. That's exceptionally difficult. Now, there are always exceptions to the rule. There are always things out there that might work. However, the primary source of most business growth is repeated transactions. And those repeated transactions generally happen because we have vertically integrated products. When you're going to buy one product, you're likely to buy X, Y, and Z afterwards. Well, a great example of vertical integration that I was able to manage back when I was running the accounts for New Balance. You think of New Balance, you think of sneakers. And hey, you might buy a pair of New Balance shoes once every 2-3 years, or like 5, because the things are indestructible and high quality. Now, it's really hard to generate cash flow when somebody buys your product once every 3 to 5 years. And the markup on that product isn't that great. I mean, yes, they're making this shoes for dirt cheap and they're selling it for like 50, 60 bucks, but that's it. Then I don't see you for years. What we did to really counteract this is started to sell socks and joggers and apparel. Now, the honest truth is, you might never buy a pair of New Balance trainers from us. Or you might not until you're like 50 and you might be 25. But when you get some cool pants, maybe you buy them, or maybe you get the socks, and then maybe you buy them, or maybe you find a deal where it's a pair of pants and then there's a post-transactional upsell to a pair of socks. Well, now it's like, okay, well, I'm using the pants. If I'm going to be using the pants to go out running, I might as well wear the socks. Now instead of spending like $60 on a pair of shoes, I might be upwards of $90 or $100 on this checkout. So I'm already making a higher AOV on this customer. And if they like that stuff and they come back and buy a second or third time, now that emotional connection and psychological relationship to the brand of New Balance is different. And my conversion rate on that customer is 20 times as high as it would be on somebody that is just looking at shoes. And we're talking anybody that makes one purchase 20 times more likely to buy the shoes they buy one or two or three of the other products through an upsell. And that's incredibly important. Now, when we're looking at this stuff, we have to understand that bundling is the easiest way of creating these upsells. And you don't have to think of the bundle as the primary service, the primary offer, the primary product. The bundle can be a post-transactional upsell. You bought this product. People that bought this product really like this product. You can get it now for 25% off. That's a bundle. You're regularly buying this product. By the way, if you want to add this thing, you don't have to pay for shipping, and we'll give it to you 3 months for free. That's a bundle. You can start to say, if I'm already getting revenue from, I'm already getting them interested. Now I can sell other products that accompany that thing. And in that way, I'm starting to build more value psychologically and emotionally with the brand. Going back to Ginsu knives that we covered when we were talking about upsell strategies, that vertical integration is straightforward. Here's the knife that'll, cut through a shoe and a sneaker and a tomato and also be, whatever else. Great. Well, apparently you're using this knife. Maybe you'd use other ones. Maybe you're interested in other knives that we have. Well, instead of trying to get you to come back and buy all of them, selling you the entire package. Now, some of those items in that package are super cheap with a great markup, like the bag it all comes in. Some of those products are really high quality, right? Like the steak knife is high end. But the point of selling them all together, or to have a product line that allows for people to have more than one thing that they want to buy from you, means that the acquisition of a single sale is far likelier to lead into the creation of a customer journey with added lifetime value. And that's tremendously important, because once you're building lifetime value with an upsell that creates vertical integration, or creates a path through vertical integration through multiple products, now we're no longer trying to make a sale at a profit. We are no longer concerned about ROAS, because that's also a nonsense number anyway. It's not cash flow. Now what we're doing is we are buying profitable customer journeys. When you're buying profitable customer journeys, you don't have to make a profit on that first sale. Matter of fact, I've done it where I'm losing 30 cents, 50 cents on the dollar on that first sale. And you say, well, I can't afford to do all of that stuff. Okay. Well, what if you started to sell vertically integrated products so your existing customers would come back and buy a second and third time? And you say, well, I don't have the cash flow to float all that money. Sure. But what if 10, 20, 30% of your customers came back and bought other things because you solved one problem and you have other solutions to very similar problems? Or the use of one item begets the use of another. This pen needs paper to write on. When you start thinking about stuff like that, you're also going to start realizing that more and more percentage of your revenue on a daily basis comes from transactions you didn't have to pay to acquire in that instant. So now we're really talking about a situation where my vertical integration of products, where I'm using upsells either in the transaction or it's just a bundle that I'm selling over time. Think of them bundles as an overtime option. Those are allowing me to have access to the opportunity to not need to make money on the first day, because I'm waking up with money coming in that I don't have to pay to acquire. I don't need a 1x ROAS to break even, because I woke up with 20 cents in my bank for every dollar I'm going to spend today. That's incredibly important. Now, when we're talking about doing this and creating bundles to scale and upselling, once we understand what these vertically integrated journeys are, you can just sell them as one individual SKU. That unlocks everything. If you have any questions about this stuff, again, please comment below. I know this is really high level thinking. It's probably poking holes in a lot of things that you were told that were very important that were absolutely dead wrong. And more importantly, if you love this type of stuff, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, go to newsletter.facebookdisruptor.com, sign up for the newsletter so you can get it inside of your inbox every day. And if you like this information and you want to, Vertically integrate yourself into this entire opportunity for LTV for your entire career. Check out the Facebook Ads MBA program from Disruptor School at mba.facebookdisruptor.com.